Hi there guys, this is Cassandra. I'm a Riffle in Time and I'm so glad you're here. Today we are doing the end of year tarot tag. I think Chanel does this every year. At least every year she's done it, I've participated. I love this tag. I love a good reflective moment of the year. So I actually am prepared today, and while I was in the middle of something else, I was making the choices and watching her video at the same time. So I was really multitasking it. But I wanted to be prepared because I only have a little window here to record, and I miss you and I want to talk to you and I want to do this. So let's jump on in. The first one is the deck that you loved using the most this year. And a lot of you know there was a large portion of this year where mine or my partner's health was in a bad condition. So, like 6 months out of this year were really not tarot focused. I had like a crazy good start of the year. And I was doing, if you remember, doing my little creative practice, and I really loved that. I ended up spending a lot of my time this year with one of the decks in the beginning, like when I was starting out strong, and I thought that would be the choice. But the more I thought about it, my true and trusty, in that 6 months period where things were really rough, probably the only deck that I had mental emotional space for most of the time was good old Extraordinary Incantations. This deck I love so much because every time I am in a space where I just can't anything, I can still do this. And it just loves and holds me in a time where I need it. And honestly, that's like a card a day, perfect, like little pick me up. I still feel like something I can hold on to that feels like myself, like pulling a card a day in a time where I just don't have it. And it's just like love, guidance, support. I love this deck. So I genuinely think this is the deck I loved using the most this year because it was just like such a supportive, lovely friend of mine. I have next the most recent addition to my collection. I'm so excited. This showed up yesterday. So I've pulled one card from it. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. This is a deck that you guys know I've been like, when the first idea of it coming to be was given, like, I think Mari posted on her Patreon about the idea, and I was like already obsessed and in. This is the deck last year that I was most looking forward to this year. So it's even better than I thought it could be. I love it. This actually tried to take too many spots, so I couldn't let it because I just got it at the end. I couldn't let it have more than one spot either. Like, I tried to really not double up, but look at these backs. There is later a backs, like your favorite backs of the in this. I thought of these too, so but no honorable mention or anything. Next is the deck that isn't usually your style, but you're vibing with. And I think one deck I always think about when I think of this, and like I probably usually mention it when I mention this deck, is Visions. And Visions is a deck this year I didn't think I would spend a lot of time with. It's not, again, normally my style. I don't do really black and white decks, but I consistently kept picking this up this year. Again, not like I was using decks all the time, but the fact that I wasn't using decks all the time and I still found this in photographs throughout the year. I just always come back to it. This is also one of the decks when I do readings for others that tends to just kind of randomly pop up. I don't know what it is. It's just, we have a feeling, and I know that a lot of what I feel about this deck is rooted in, I learned a lot about reading tarot and oracle decks from Bakara. So, and I love Kaylee's art. I just think it's really cool. And yeah, it might not be my normal style, but it's definitely one I like. Sorry, I'm getting a message and we're gonna check it. And I know that's not very professional, but it's okay. The next question on here is your favorite deck pairing. And I'm not going to tell you which one I almost picked yet. I'm just going to tell you which one I picked. I'm trying so hard. My first few months of the year, I was doing my month ahead with these two, and I found that when I wanted to do readings in my journal, again, another pair that I really just was drawn to. And do they aesthetically make sense to you? Maybe not, but I really loved them together. Botan and Spolia were just, they read really well together. Again, you might not like the look of them together. I know that is something that some people really are like, what the heck are you doing with your pairs? Don't worry about it. I'm over here being crazy. But when they read well together is what matters to me the most. And so I don't know. I had really great readings with them. And I don't know. I just love them both. And I wanted to use them both. And here they are. I also threw in, I think 1 month, I added in the Journey Tarot, maybe 1 or 2 months. 1 or 2 months, I added in Terra Volatile. And I think there was even another deck. I kept sneaking them in. And I don't know. I really enjoyed them together. When I put it back in the box, I hold my breath. This box is not for the faint of heart. I swear to you, I have never met a tuck box that hates me more than this tuck box hates me. And I think it's because it knows I hate tuck boxes. But this thing is just, whew, my blood pressure. My blood pressure. Okay. Next up is the Divination accessories. But the Divination accessories I use, I love my journal. I actually did my end of year tarot tag in my tarot journal because why? I wanted to. I did a couple things this year where Mari sent out a little card. Why can't I think of what it's called? A little card spread. Then we did some month aheads, my birthday poll. We did our check-in. We have some new moons and full moon, chronic illness in the moon. We did a whole thing. And then my year ahead, which I have in here too. I don't know. And then where I got my reading from, Waves of Your Soul Marine, I did a little spread in here of what that was too. So I love my tarot journal. Actually, I need to keep this out because I'm reading out of it. Also, love my card stand. I think I've showed you guys my card stand before. This is from the creator of Prisma Visions, the Green Glyph collection. I love this card stand. Can everybody? No, everybody can't stay on. Hold on. Okay. Can you see it? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I usually keep it in the shop. I don't know if I have any left, but oh boy, geez. And I just keep little odds and ends on it too. I got, I don't know. I also really love, I have the Mystic Metals, Magic, what? Mystic Metals. Look at me remembering the first time. I have the little Major Arcana of the coins, and I really love to do that. I love to pick my coin and let it be. Sometimes you just don't have time to get a deck out. You just got to reach into the bag and hope for the best for this month. Yuck. My least favorite card half the time. No, I'm kidding. We'll get in on that later. Anywho, let's go next with the great card back. My first one I think about every time this is asked is my gut reaction. Look at Lilifer's card back. Even you can't tell me you don't think that's pretty. Well, I guess you could, but I'd tell you you're lying. It's beautiful. I love Lilifer's card back. Also, Botan has a beautiful card back. I told you my friend Fire. I actually really like the Blood Moon card backs too. Just because I really like this heart, so I can't help it. Look how beautiful that is. Wowzer. Yeah, so I cheated and I don't care. A deck with a great theme you like. Now this one, like my gut instinct was to think about something like you know, like the little Avatar tarot where it's like yeah, based off of just me out here shaking my decks. That was my kind of my first instinct, but then I was like, well, I want to think about that a little more than that. And I came up with food was probably my favorite theme deck of the year. And I had two. So I'm cheating, but it's kind of this is my favorite theme, food. These were two of my favorite decks this year. This was like my spring summer deck. I just actually got this one in last month, but I've just been obsessed. I really love them both. I think though they're both about food, they feel really different and I love having them both. Like I don't feel like because I have one I don't need the other. I feel like I definitely need both. Maybe I'll even have to use them together and see what crazy food magic we can pull out here. I love you. I love you dearly. Art style, very different too. I think that helps. Is that, oh, it's so funny. We got drinks. We got two different drinks for the first one. Pick your poison. But we have just some really good food decks. And I really love the guidebooks for both, actually. And yeah, the cardstock, amazing cardstock for both. Just really all around great things to be said. So I am saying great things. I love food. I love food. I love cedar. I love I love all things. I'm full of love. My whether life or my body or anything is connecting to anything, I'm just full of love. I just love things. Okay. So, the next one is a really hard one. It is the most beautiful deck of the year. I tried to be This one's hard, man. I did choose it as a deck that came out this year, though. And I honestly, if I didn't give myself some sort of limit, I don't know if I would ever have made a choice. But I feel really confident about my choice. I think, yeah, I do. I think it's a great choice. I'm still singing the praises of embodied ecosystems. I think not just the deck, but the whole freaking shebang is beautiful. The artwork, gorgeous. We love it. We love it here in these parts. Even like I don't see a lot of brownie tan backs either. Like I feel like it's just Gorgina. We're beautiful. We love you. Why are you in there? Just ignore that. But yeah, I think it's so beautiful. There are a lot of decks that came out this year that were really great, but this is just one of the ones that like really wowed my socks off. I wish you could get up in here with me. Just simply beautiful. Very colorful, very good feel. Again, great production, great cardstock, great everything. And then we gotta love on these brown edges. Just we gotta hear. I also think that this was one of the ones that was up for the pairing video too, because I've been really loving Discovering Beauty. Another almost a bad word. Another fracking gorgeous deck out here that came out this year. I like to pair them together. Again, aesthetically, maybe it doesn't make sense. Energetically, they're lovely. Trust and believe it was so hard not to pick My Friend Fire for this also. It's a really hard prompt. Okay, deck I wish I had. Now, this one I think had as a good deck you wish like existed. I don't have something for that. I guess I've never really been like, oh, I wish this existed. But I do have decks that I wish I owned. Like out of print was an option. The Persephone tricolor. I want it back. It was one of my first decks and I let it go because at the time again it was way over my head. I've said this before. But now now we belong together and I need it back. A deck that actually I've wanted that I haven't got because of it's just out of my price range. It was a good thing that Chanel brought up. It's just like sometimes there are decks that you want that are in print. They're just outside of your price range. And the Lost and Found Oracle is like $100 and something before shipping from like internationally. And I just can't. I just can't. And that is one though I like when I see it, I'm like, ooh, that's pretty. Also, one that she mentioned was the Mother Witch Tarot, another really beautiful deck that again is just a little outside of the price range, but I would love to own one day. Next up is the card that sums up this year, or what I am calling in. I'm gonna say this year was a trip. This year was a trip. We had a rough one, and I will say something I always try to look at is, though there were some like really trying moments, we got through to the other side, and I'm very grateful and feeling very happy and very blessed. There's a lot of things this year that felt crazy, but there was also a lot of love and joy, and so I don't really have a great card right this moment because it felt like so many cards. But okay, a little Marcellus break. We're back. What were we talking about? What am I calling in? What card am I calling in? What energy? My sun year. This was supposed to be my sun year, and that's baloney. A bunch of baloney is what that is. That's not what happened. I am channeling sun energy. I am doing my best. I need to be met with some sunshine. It is snowing. So just remember that. Sorry, feeling sassy about, I was like, oh yes, it's my sun year. Getting some tower. Already done that. We don't need to do that again. I love you. Anyways, tarot practice reflection. I want to say is I think I had some good intentions, some good bones and structures and ideas for my practice this year. And of course they can't weather everything that happened. But I will say that there are things that I was reflecting on that I really enjoyed. My journaling. I really love my journaling. Always have, always will. I actually, in my main journal, cut out, because I did it in my planner, that was ruined. But I want to say that of the damage that happened to the planner, these pages were not. I cut out my artwork that I did. This is what I was talking about earlier, where I did like a different card a day, did my little practice with that. So some of these survived, and I was very happy. But that was one of my favorite things I did with my practice this year, was that. I want to do that next year. I also did a video that you're probably not going to see because, for the love of Christmas, me and this mic are just, we're trying. I have been using a corded mic for a very long time, but it died. We miss you. I might have to just get another one because this dies all the time on me. If you tell me, I'm about to say, you better not, I charged you. And you probably won't see the video though. I did a kind of answer to questions, and I talked about my hopes for my practice, and I want to start doing like a morning evening practice, and whether it's like just once a week where I do like a morning in the beginning of the week and a night at the end of the week, I don't know, whatever. I'll kind of ebb and flow with how I'm feeling, but I do want to kind of click that in my practice. So a question no one asked, my intention for my practice, and I have some. I'm going to take some of the bones of this year that just, because of situational, did not work out, and I want to apply it next year, and we're gonna do it next year. And then the last question was a card for the new year or a deck you want to work with for the new year. I pulled a card from the new year, but I did not want to pull a tarot card right now. And I was like, I'll just pull. I don't know why I did this. I was like, I'll just pull from Iris. And I just like, I was like, come on, love and support me. Iris can be sweet to me. I feel like this isn't actually like a bad card, but it can be. This is Under a Spell. One of the things I talked about to someone recently, like one of my friends, was that I don't want to be delusional in the sense that I'm like not paying attention to the world around me. You know, that's not me. I still very much care about causes and I'm invested in that. But with myself, I want to be taking care of my mind, body, and soul in a way that is delusional. Like, I want to just, bad things happen, like inconveniences, and I just want to be like, you know what? Just be able to water off a duck's back. I want to just have a great day every day, regardless of what is happening. I just want to love myself and everyone in a way that's delusional. I I do. I want to love everybody and just love all the things and just do my own thing and really stop worrying about everybody else's yuckiness. Really, truly. Except the people who are out there deserving me to worry about their yuckiness. And that's a whole nother other thing. But I want to be less concerned with how other people are viewing me and what everything looks like or feels like to everybody else, and just a lot of the stupid stuff that doesn't matter. I want to be so delusionally in love with myself and my life, regardless of how big or small it is in the grand scheme of things. Yeah. So that's how I'm taking it. I'm taking it as it's letting. Now, I have to be a little careful. It does remind me that, in a spell can be bad. So we don't want to go crazy, but delulu in a good way. A deck you want to work with. There are lots of decks on my to work with list for next year. I pulled out two. See me. The Long Way Home. This is a deck I just got at the last half of this year, and I'm excited to work with it. The other Oracle deck I picked was the Somnia Oracle. I'm another brand new to me deck that I'm excited to get into. So I think those were my Oracle. Now my Tarot. One, I want to work with Circo. I really cheated for this one actually. How many decks do I want to do? Who knows? The Circo Tarot. This was my first deck with Persephone. I got both of them. They're from the same creator, Marissa de la Pina, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't have the box anymore. But I want to work with this deck again. It's been on my mind over the past couple years to come back to it, and it just hasn't happened. And I want it to happen. Probably the other deck I want to really, really love on, because of kind of really the same thing. I just haven't had the time or willing. I don't know. It just hasn't happened. Let me get her out. I think it's Tarot of the Strange Antlers. This was one I was really excited to get, and I just haven't spent enough time with it. It feels like. I think that it's quite magical, quite beautiful, and this is one I think is a little bit outside of my realm. It is a little darker than I feel like I always tend to do. I do dark in the dark months. Yeah, like Terra Volatile comes out. Like I spend a lot of time with Somnia, and I don't know, Ritual. The winter is for my darker decks, and so I'm just showing you now decks that I'm playing. I've gone off the rails, guys. Reel me back in. This is another deck that I plan on working with coming up. Yeah. Obviously, my my friend Fire will be on the list. Blood Moon, another one that I work with in the darkened time. Oh God, Blood Moon. I think we should all just take a moment for Blood Moon. Blood Moon is coming out mass market. I have some coming. Don't remember when when it releases, but I will have some of the mass market. But this is the indie version. Smoochums. I wonder how Blood Moon would be with Spolia. These were actually these were my 2 decks, like my 2 unicorn decks, the ones I wanted so bad, and I got them both. So blessed is how I feel. This is another one that you guys would probably look at like, what is wrong with you? But I might be digging it. Hold on, let's do a whole. This is wild. Here they are. These are the 3. Because Botan, yeah, literally have a list of out of print decks that I wanted. Botan, Blood Moon, and Spolia were the 3 that were on it. And I own them all now. I was so excited when Botan had a 2nd edition. Oh, here. I'll let you see the awing I'm doing. Yeah, I love them. They don't match at all, but they don't have to because I like it anyways. This year's been a hoot and holler. I think that I really am excited for next year because we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it to it. I have a new journal coming, like a new planner coming, not a journal, but a new planner coming. I want to start a whole lot of things. I have so many big intentions, and one of the things that did not stick, and I hope I stay gone, I ended up leaving my part-time job. Just health-wise, it's too much anymore. And hopefully my dream for next year is that I can make a riffle pay me. I can start paying myself as the literal only employee at a riffle in time. And maybe I could do that. Maybe I can do some things. But the alarm went off for the bus, and the bus isn't here today because it's a snow day. But I just want to say I love you, and I hope that you had fun, and I would love to see your answers to these questions. So share them with me. Why did you let me open this box again? Why did you do it? You should have told me. Okay. I love you.